Hello everybody, Tarek37 here. Welcome back to Let's Solo Star Wars, the FFG RPG. Sorry about the interruption last time. I thought something was going on. Turns out it wasn't, but, yeah. Uh, then I got busy. But, so, I believe last time Rom was trying to convince, what's his name? Where is he? Where is he now? Silvars. Campaign 2 friends. Din Metru, that was his name. Trying to convince Din Metru that working with Boresh the Hutt, while probably not very, probably not the most, what's the word I'm looking for? It's probably not the cleanest employer, but still better than working for the Hutt or getting caught by the Empire. And at least at the moment, he'd be fighting other Hutts, and as long as he kept quiet, things would work. I succeeded with 2 threat, so I think Din Metru will probably say something along the lines of, alright, not happy about it, but if that's what has to be done, that's what has to be done. I make no promises about if I'll take every job he gives, but if it's a job that I don't see any moral issue with, then I will happily work with him. Somehow I doubt it's going to be very happy, but thank you for at least giving it a shot. Okay. Let's get you to Ord Mantell. Let's get you to Ord Mantell. I'm just gonna do one astrogation check, and I'll leave it at a 1 difficulty because we're already kind of, you know, it's basically traveling along hyperspace, well-known hyperspace lanes. Alright, 2 success, 2 advantage. We can make good progress getting to Ord Mantell. Well, it's not going to take too long. Probably about a day or 2. Actually, what's the... let me see. Dreamscape is the one we're on. What is the hyperdrive situation? Yeah, we'll say 2 or 3 days. I think it's good. Took us 2 or 3 days to get there. I'll ask a fate question. And I'll leave it as unsure. Has anything happened while in hyperspace? I'll leave it as unsure. An exceptional no. Things have gotten very stagnant, apparently. I guess it's kind of like a deep breath. Like, the Clone Wars just ended fairly recently. The Empire is technically in charge, but no one really knows what that means yet. The Empire's moving, but they're not quite at a moment where it's going to, you know, it's not quite at the moment where it's going to get really, really well known, unless, of course, you're a Jedi, in which case you are. Things have drastically changed, but they haven't changed anymore since then. So, arrive at Ord Mantell. You know what? I am going to ask another fake question. This one I'm going to set to likely. Does Silvars contact Rom Hen? I'm going to put that as... Why did I put that down there? What the hell? Alright, put it up here. There we go. I believe it's Silvars. Yes, they are going to contact us. Yes, Silvars is our... They are our, rival. So, at this point, Ramhen, he arrives at Ord Mantell, and suddenly before he can fully like land and depart and disembark and everything, Silvars contacts him, and Rom presumably will recognize the transmission and quickly tell Din, all right, you need to hide. Do not come out until I give the signal, until I specifically tell you that it's okay. Hey, they cannot see, okay? Silvars is most definitely fully in with the Empire, so stay hidden. Don't stay far away from where I'm doing the communications. And then Silvars will open communications with Ramhen. I already know what the topic is. It's, what are you doing? So I was going to say, Rom, please tell me what is taking you so long to return to Imperial Center. I do believe your maintenance should be done by now, and you should be arriving, I would have hoped, by today. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Sil. I guess some of the hyperdrive, unfortunately, on this ship is not exactly up to snuff. Very, very slow, compared to, you know, some of the intelligence ships. So, unfortunately, it's a Class 2 hyperdrive. You know how they are. Alright, so I'm going to have Rom roll a deception check to try to deceive them. What is Silvars' vigilance? 4 difficulty. I will add a boost die, and I'll flip a light and I'll flip a dark to upgrade the ability and upgrade the difficulty. And we'll see what happens. Oh my gosh. Rom successfully deceived them. Okay. Wow, wasn't expecting that. That was not in my favor, but okay. Just one threat. I'm going to say that's strain, as Rom is probably not quite visibly. I imagine the comm device is not that good at picking up visual. But Silvars, there's a pause. Ramhen sweats. And then Silvars says, understood. Are you making any more stops on the way? Yeah, I decided to make just a quick detour to Ord Mantell. I need to make sure some of my contacts are still, you know. I had a contact here, Boresh the Hutt. They're kind of... They were a bit on shaky ice with me before I left on the last mission. I kind of want to make sure that we remain in contact, because, you know, having a Hutt in our back pocket can only help the Empire, right? Right, Sil? I'm going to do another deception check against Sil, and give 2 boost dice. One because it's technically kind of the truth, and one because it's it also would kind of make sense if he's on the way, if Rom's on the way, for him to kind of try to kind of help get his contacts up and running. But I'm gonna failure with advantage. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna heal that strain back up. I think Syl doesn't quite buy that. Just like, you know, we already have plenty of hut contacts. You're stalling, Rom. You're stalling. Finish up on Ord Mantell. I want to get a communication from you the second you leave, and it had better be within the hour. Alright. Alright, Syl. If that's the way you want to play it, fine. I will get everything resupplied, refueled, and I'll be off planet within the hour. Good. See you soon, Rom. And the communication cuts out. Rom is going to, you know what, he's probably going to do just a bit of backup checking just to make sure that, I'll flip another dark. Upgrade the difficulty. Just double check, make sure there's nothing else. Oh my gosh. Okay. Success, an advantage, and a despair. So, he does find a bugging device on his, on this, like, communications, set. Thankfully, he hasn't, used anything yet. That's what I'm going to say the advantage on. He hasn't done anything yet, but with the despair, I'm going to say that he attempts to remove it without warning anybody, and unfortunately, there was most definitely a signal sent out that that Rom had discovered the listening device and had destroyed it. So he is probably going to be in trouble with Imperial Intelligence when he gets back. But he's going to call Din Metro in after all that and say, alright, good news and bad news. Good news, I think I've kept them off the trail of you, at least for now. Bad news, I have to leave. As soon as we land, I have 1 hour to leave, or else I'm going to be in trouble. They want me off planet in an hour. They don't want me wasting any more time. So, I need to get you in contact with Boresh the Hutt as soon as possible. Also, I destroyed a listening device, but I'm pretty sure they know I destroyed it now. So, Boresh the Hutt. I know where to find them. Darn. Sort of. The last known location. It's been months. We'll find out how accurate this is. So they will land. No real trouble. And Rom is going to try to do some... I'm going to give him a boost die because he's been here before, and a setback die because it's been a while. And I'll flip a light to upgrade the ability check. Basically, he's going to be asking around, trying to find Boresh the Hutt. Okay, 4 successes, 2 threat. So I'll say with the threat, so the success means he definitely finds Boresh. Unfortunately, either go with time, that it's taking too long, or there's a complication of maybe Boresh is in prison. Or deep in hiding. Like, Boresh is alive, and around, but he's kind of gone into hiding. I'm gonna just say time. So we'll say it takes 30 minutes from the moment like Rom lands to find them, and takes Din Metru to see Boresh the Hutt, and Rom kind of has to quickly kind of make introductions and say, all right, Boresh, this is Din Metru. He's a very skilled individual. He can, and while he has his issues with Hutts, I guarantee you, point him at the right Hutt, he will ruin their plans. So, we good? And I'm gonna have him roll. This is, I'm gonna say charm. Difficulty, I'm gonna set at a 3. I'll flip a light to downgrade the difficulty. It's supposed to decrease the difficulty by 1 if there's no challenge dice. We'll see what happens. He's basically trying to get through this conversation as fast as possible. 2 threat. Do 2 strain to Rom. And Boresh is demanding a test, and Rom is basically trying to say, I don't have time for a test, buddy. I've got my bosses breathing down my neck. They want me back as soon as possible. I've been gone for months. They need to know. They need to debrief me. Can we please speed this up? And we're gonna do this. And I'll flip a light to keep it at 2 difficulty, and we're just gonna roll even. Null. Nothing doing. Boresh explicitly tells him, no. I want proof that this Din is going to help me. And you're going to help him get it done. And I think Rom is going to just be like, fine. Let's get this over with. What's the job? And we will find the nature of that before I end this session. Let's see here. What would be a good... I'll just roll for actions. Let's see what. Okay, celebrate. Strength. Okay. How about this? A small rival gang is attempting to celebrate a victory against Boresh's gang. They want this rival gang's party ruined in a way that he specifically wants He specifically wants them to know that Bresh did it. So, Rom looks at Din and says, "Alright, come on, Din. Gotta get this done, see if we can get it done quickly. We've got... wasted about 10 minutes talking to him. Got 20 minutes to make it happen. I've had worse. I've had worse time limits." Has Din had worse time limits? No, not Din. Has Rom had worse time limits than 20 minutes? I'm honestly going to put that as unlikely. Very unlikely. 77. Nope. He has not had a worse time limit than 20 minutes. So, yeah, he's lying. But we'll find out how it goes next time. Thank y'all for watching / listening. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you have a great day. Bye.